se non Snaria se na
Welcome to our online summit. My name is Marianne Kallengiese, and here today is the famous Emiliano Toso, who is telling us a lot about his translational music and how it is going to communicate with cells. Hi, Emiliano. Thank you for being here. And could you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yes, hi Marianne, and thank you to invite me to this important global meeting. I'm very proud to be part of the team, and I hope that also my music and my words and my vibration can be helpful for people that will listen to this interview, and maybe also for the other people, because I feel that vibration went then outside this room and can somehow increase the health and the well-being of the people. So my history starts as a musician. When I was very young, my parents understand that music was inside of myself. When I was listening to music, I was vibrating like something that really put my body in love. But then in Italy, it's not possible to be a musician because a musician is very poor, and also my parents asked me which job do you like to do in your life, because musician is not a job. So I decided to cultivate my second passion, that was the science of life. Everything that has life inside, also for me, like butterflies or grass, put me very happy. And so I decided to also to study outside, not something inside. But then also during the years of biology, I started this career of biology, 20 years of this career, and I decided to go deeper and deeper in biology to understand each of our organisms. We are 50 trillions, we are a community of 50 trillion cells in our body. So maybe I also like also to ask the people normally in my concert to think about that, because we feel as one organism, one live organism, but we are a community for all these organisms. So I decided, like a watch, to analyze each of these molecules of these living organisms, each of these cells, to understand how they work, how they create continuously harmony, equilibrium, health in our body. It's a miracle, because it's very delicate and very sharp how they work together, and they have millions years of evolution to put these miracles of life under our skin. So it's really beautiful. But I decided to go smaller and smaller to check each of these mechanism inside the nucleus, the membrane, the DNA, how it works. And I spent more than 20 years in a research lab. I introduced molecular biology in this research lab that was not there. I was like a pioneer, and I started a group of 25 people. I was at the end the director of these people. I enjoy my life a lot in this job. I dedicate 12 hours a day in this beautiful job with my groups and my team. And then I had a secret in the evening. I had a smaller piano like this, but a piano in my room. Nobody knows about that. And in that piano, I decided to play. Here is my book. I decided to play only my compositions.
Oh.
I never play other music. I did not feel to put any sheet in here in the piano, just to play what I was feeling in the day, and like to have every evening a white paper with every colors. So no rules, no techniques, nothing. Just to put my emotions in the piano, through the piano, and just to listen to myself to that. Nobody listened to that. So for 20 years, I decided to do that in the evening, not watching television, films, or was not so attracted to that. Just to stay in a black room with my piano and to feel my inner part in that time, like music part. But of course, in the lab, in the research lab, nobody know about that because science is another story. So everything was validation, technology, DNA, sequencing. So to take the cells and take every part of the cell and check which is the function, which is the mechanism of that. So when I was 40, for my birthday, I decided to give to myself the best gift of my life, the best gift I ever received in my life. So I was thinking for weeks and months, which can be the best gift for my birthday that I can give to myself, not to receive. It's a good exercise because it's not just 1 second. And then during an evening, out of the shower, after the shower, I was thinking, yes, maybe the best thing can be to have a CD, a disc, with my best composition recorded inside, in order to listen to that without playing. I had at that time, after 20 years, I had maybe 1,000 of compositions, like jokes, like this. So I put that with the dates and the name, and sometimes I was never expected that someone maybe one day was listening to that. And then when I produced that, I gave as a gift to my friends. My friends shared that with other friends. So starting to that day, every day I received 1, 10, 100, and then 1,000 of feedback of people that was feeling better listening to my music. And for me, it was really a surprise. First, as a biologist, because I never studied the effect of music on our organisms, on our cells. And then also as a human, because for me it was something really inner, really secret, really intimate that I was sharing. So it was really myself, like a naked man that say, this is what I am. And that part, knowing that part was beneficial to the other people, was for me really a surprise. This surprise was a big sign of universe that now is my new manager, so I don't have anymore the manager of the lab that was a Deutsch person. But this is the universe is my new manager that put together. I really feel that my two passions give me the understanding of what really I am. So I am the fusion of biology and music, and I have this mission that maybe nobody brings on Earth, to put together cells, biology, the science of cells with music. And what I was really, yes, I think it's unique. And what I was feeling is that biology, science of life, is beautiful on the books because you can see the beauty of the cells, the colors, the mechanisms. It's really beautiful. But if we can join together music inside the books of science, you can put on the cells also the most important maybe ingredients of our body, that is movement, that you cannot see in the books, movement, emotions, and love. And you cannot study on the books love, how much love you have in your body. So you can see the mechanism, beautiful, but not the love of each cell, the emotion, because you cannot bring emotions in the laboratory. You cannot validate emotions. So for me, the really surprise that brings me every day smiling outside and put me a lot of energy to go worldwide to share my music. That is a big challenge because I never played with publicly my music. So it was really, I needed a lot of energy. Was this feeling of this mission that I have to bring, that is to maybe integrate something that is important to understand in this period, that music and art can bring to science this part of emotion, of love, of movements that we cannot understand also with mind, only with mind. We need also this part of the brain, of our souls, together with the mind, to understand better what we are.
Yes, and what I heard is that you use the frequency 432 for your piano.
Yes.
Why did you decide to go away from the 440?
Yes, my music is called translational music. It's a sea of cells under a sky of music. I think these two levels. So cells produce vibrations and go to the sky to lighter levels that can go diffuse, share into worldwide, and then this vibration go again to cells. So at these two levels. And translational music, some people study why this music is so powerful. So they found a structure that it has a particular structure, but I don't know which structure is, because when my music comes, I completely shut off my mind. So my science part is not there. I cannot think about which kind of notes of chord I can use, structure, nothing. So it comes from the right, I think. Something comes from the right and I put the structure there. Then the second part, very important, is the language. So the language of this kind of music should be as most as possible similar to the language of our cells, the language of the frequency of the universe, the frequency of the earth. And so this kind of frequency we can find if we can tune our instruments with the A at 432. This is not just one frequency, it's one tuning, particular tuning that was really used in the past from Mozart, Giuseppe Verdi, a lot of musicians, important musicians, and then was forgotten 100 years ago because we needed a different kind of music. With 440, we had a more brilliant music that can use in the industrialization, in war. So not to sleep, just in that time we had the war. So soldiers need music that can help them outside. So really see outside, no? And brilliant music also because of exhibitions. But my kind of music is not that we have to exhibit anything. It's just sharing. It's just something that can go inside of us. So make silence inside. So it's not to sell music or to use in like a spot, in a spot to bring attention. Is to go in the silence, to go inside of us. So because of that, I think it's very important to use acoustic instrument, and this is very expensive because to tune acoustic instrument it's hundreds of chords that you have to tune differently, and this instrument should be tuned with the A at 432. So piano, cello, violin, flute, any instrument that play with myself should be acoustic and with this tuning. And the third component of my music is intention. Also some people study about the intention that I put when I play my music. It's really important. Also, this is difficult to validate, to measure, but it's something that you can feel. So the same sheet that you play with the same instrument, but different intention. It's like a dress that you put, and the people in the concert can feel. And so I think the three components are structure, language, and intention. And as you say, the language should be very important for 32 in order to be most similar as possible to the language of ourselves, because of the law of resonance. So as much as possible, you go near to the frequency of our body, of our cells, of Earth also, that is a musical instrument, 8 Hertz, so the resonance of Schumann's, of other frequency that you find in the universe. As much you go near, as much you resonate with this important element.
Listening to that, I just wonder whether your music stimulates the immune system.
Yes.
It does?
Yes, thank you for this question, because the first person that listened to my music, one of the first person was Dr. Bruce Lipton, that famous biologist in USA, that as soon as he was listening to my music, told me that this should have been my new job. This would be my new job. So no more secretly in my rooms, but I have to share that to world. So he decided that my first concert should have been to his audience, so 700 people. So I started from 0 to 700 people to one of his audience. So I was thinking 1 year about that. If I would be able to play to 700 people just as a first glance at 40 years, just to wake up in the morning and be there and play myself. So thinking about judgment also. This is myself. So people can say, yourself is sad or is too joyful, or maybe it looks like another music. This was not good. So I was thinking I have to share that. This should be not an exhibition, but a sharing, like a circle. So with very feminine energy, like a circle creation. And if anyone likes that and resonate, good. If does not resonate, it's the same. So just everyone at the same level. And Bruce Lipton told me that my music is very important to decrease stress level, and stress is maybe the element that go against our immune system. Yes. So we can be in a state of fear, close, so protection, or we can be in a state of open, love. So if we are in this state, our cells can regenerate in a different level. So they can read the DNA and produce our matter in a different way. So we really regenerate our matter, our body in a different way. So it states that with this kind of music we can increase our immune system power. And this is important because in the major Italian hospitals, in this moment, they was listening to my music in the therapies when they work with COVID, or there was in the last months a lot of fear, a lot of pain, a lot of intense life in these hospitals, and they decided in a lot of hospitals to use my music in the corridors with patients, but also with operators, because doctors, nurses was really under stress. And so they find that this music is important not only to relax and for well-being with messages, and for people in agriculture they use with animals, with connection with spirituality, but also really in the clinical, at the clinical level.
It's very interesting. Did anybody look at the heart rate variability?
Yes, there are some studies ongoing at the clinical level, so heartbeat, respiration, also skin temperature, like this really simple clinical effects. But there are also some studies at the cellular level. So Dr. John Stuart Reid is a physics in UK that is the inventor of a CymaScope, cymatics, and he made an important experiment about cells replication, blood cells replication. So he did an experiment with blood cells in the incubator in silence, 20 minutes, and 20 minutes with my music, the song Miracle of Life from myself. It's the song about conception. And with this music, cells replicate 3 times more in speed. This was important, and he likes now to repeat several times in also to have this publication more important, because he will use also other kind of music, but he find that my music, this tuning, translational music, Miracle of Life, increased 3 times the replication of cells. So this was interesting as an experiment.
That's amazing. And one thing that really strikes me is that you, as a child, you knew where you wanted to go. You wanted to go to music. And it was the thinking of your parents, and they wanted to save you from poverty, I understand. And they gave you another kick. But life brought you back to music. You couldn't escape.
Yes, and the magic of that, I'm really touched about that, because also my parents, you can understand, they are from another generation, no? So they have the education that I should stay well with my family, with my money, and they was seeing that that was the correct way, because I was very well and everything was fine, and also my hobby was good because I stay good with my body. But then they accept this, that these two passions can stay together. I remember the first times that I was out from the company, so I decided to stay out from the company. It was really challenged, but I saw that as a normal way, so I feel very light, and the universe bring me in the trust about that and say, oh, Emiliano, there is no problem. Now you will go in that way. Nobody knows what is in that way, but nobody knows that is your way. To put together these two things and to find a new job that you have to invent, because you don't know if you go concert or convention, or I stay one day in a lake, another in a cavern, and one day in a hospital, one day in a theater. So it's every day new. But my parents comes with me, and they are very happy about that, because they find me that I can express really myself with the barefoot, with my drums. So with something that when I was a child, I was like that, but I cannot express in that time, in that way. But now I can be again a child with new tools, with a new environment that allows me to express totally myself. And my parents are very happy about that, and they come with me in Italy, in Austria, in Spain, and they help me in their way. So it's a family company. So when someone order my CD, my father put that in the sheet, and my mother translate my music into paintings. This is also
I saw that, yes.
So for example, when I play Moon, my mother take this picture. You see also there other pictures. So the beauty is that the people. This is my first CD, and my mother make this cover.
And I can see it.
You can see. So when my mother has also this perception that she can translate my music into paintings, this was really important because people, nobody knows who is Emiliano Toso at the beginning, but they can listen to my music just watching to the cover. You can understand because this is my music. So when you go in the shop and you have to decide which is the best music for your yoga practice or massage, you are catched by colors of my mother that has translated the music, and this was also really important. Can you listen to? There are some birds outside, and then when I was thinking something good, the birds start singing.
It's all about communication, really. It's all
Yeah.
about communication. One question I wanted to ask you is, do you think you needed that circle in life? That it was important to start your kind of music at the age of 40 and not start it at the age of 20?
Yeah, I feel really that when I am playing in hospitals, I playing for people that are under big challenge of ill, like tumors, and I feel sometimes I play with women of the age of 80 or 75, 80, 85, really old, that they have a good life, very good life, then they have a tumor, and then that you because of the cancer they feel really the death, the pain, something really bad, an explosion in their life. But then after healing, after have healed this cancer, they start a new life, and they saw the colors much bright, they saw the sound much clear, they saw the life better, like they increase the volumes of life, tac 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 tac. So they are grateful at a certain point. They are grateful to this cancer because without cancer they cannot have perceived life so beautiful. This is not easy for humans to understand because when you are inside, you are inside. The same for me. So the travel that I have done, so starting from music, maybe, and then going a bit to other street that I love. So it was beautiful life with my family, a good life with money and traveling and everything. And then coming back to this very simple life when it changed completely my salary, my life, my rhythm. I always think about music, about these things. So a revolution, but this come si dice percorso? This travel that I did make me more grateful and more really put me at a different level of thinking about biology, about our body. So now I can see the two perspective. The perspective of science that is very important. It's like an elephant, science for me, really slow, boom, boom, really heavy. So, and then the perspective of art and spirituality that is like a butterfly. So I see that this is the way, and so please, the elephant, go faster. But elephant have to put. It's also important because put the finger for the new generation. So we have to wait and to use also the elephant. So I did not completely go out from the science because science is important for the next generations. So it's important also to understand the mechanism of music on cells, even if butterfly already understand everything. So when I play, the people understand everything. So they don't need papers from natures, from cells, from the biggest. So I think this track that I did, it's important to put more value to what I do, more intention, more to do that at a different level.
That was for yourself gaining more self-respect,
Yeah.
coming to self-responsibility in doing that and enhancing your own dignity.
Yes, yes, also this to express my talent and to be grateful to my life and to my parents, to my family, to my to who put me on earth to do this and to discover, because I also have this from the beginning of myself, to the curiosity of discovering. So if I have everything here, the good piano, the people, the job already from the beginning, maybe it was not so nice that I have to discover that, to think about that day that I was out from the shower thinking about a CD, or and then to discover the way to do that CD, and then to discover the way to put together these two things. And everything was very, I think the most important ingredient was listening. So listening to universe, to the signal, synchronicity. Some days I really received very big signals from universe. So coincidence, no? I really some things that I cannot understand how my mother can do picture of my CD, or Bruce Lipton can brings me to his audience like a father to go my job outside of Italy worldwide, or receiving some invitation like yours to do global meetings. Every some days I really receive some synchronicity that I have hundreds of these synchronicity, but some are very, very, very powerful. So it's like receiving sometimes the proof that I can trust on universe, and just without challenging, without courage. I don't have courage, just trust that I can stay, and what happened to me is the best. So if birds sings is good, if they don't sing, maybe they sing after. I have to do this composition for this person. I have some challenge today, and so I can really flow to this life, because I'm sure that every day the best ingredients for my expression comes. And so this is good. I think the way I discovered that was important to appreciate and respect what I am, and also the story of the world now, because 20 years ago science was separate from art and separate from spirituality. And this, the beauty of these years is that we can celebrate this integration. And this is also, I'm proud to be part of this travel in these years.
Yes, and I can see that you aligned to a divine plan, and that gives a very good feeling. Emiliano, I guess all of our listeners are extremely curious by now and would like to listen to a piece of your music.
Oh, good. Thank you for that. Me too.
So,
So,
could you play a piece for us?
yes. So the piece I like to play for you is called Peace. It's a song that I play for peace in world, to appreciate a different rhythm. I think in this period we change the rhythm of our life. So after running, to do everything, to have more, we are now reflecting on again on the new of the rhythm of nature, the rhythm of our body, to resonate better on the new. It's nice to see how music and biology have the same terms sometimes: rhythm, harmony, cells. You can study your body with music terms, and I think that peace is really about rhythm, to go inside a new rhythm that this period of time, this period of history put again. So to appreciate this new rhythm that you wake up in the morning and you take care of your children, of you make food, you change the habit, the way you do your job. So this piece is about calming and go into this new rhythm that is more in resonation with our body, and it's called peace.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So this is a beautiful piano. It's a Steinway piano, one of the most precious piano that I received last year. It has the same age of myself.
Oh,
So it's from 73, and I feel like a brother.
you said it's your brother piano.
Yeah, it's like my brother.
Thank you very much for that. I really liked it. And I have a cat beside of me, Moses, and he started purring while you were playing.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Moses.
Well, maybe I can show you.
Yes, please.
This is Moses.
Ah, nice, beautiful. I like Greece cats. I remember there are a lot of cats there.
Yes, and I have about 10 cats in the house and a few running outside. Of course, they can go outside as well if when they want. And those 10 cats, they're miraculous. They're highly intelligent. And sometimes now that I know your music, I'm playing the music to them and they all go asleep.
They recognize that.
They recognize the frequency and they calm down a lot.
It's beauty that I know that there are some operators that use my music with humans, of course, but also with agriculture for plants, and also some use that for animals, horses or dogs or cats, and it's nice. Like music is a universal language, so maybe there are some ingredients inside that comes from another level. It's those ingredients we need at the different, maybe viruses also they like music.
Yeah, and I really hope your music goes viral.
Yes, I hope to.
So you have produced a lot of CDs by now, and we will put the links under this interview so
Okay, thank you.
that people can get hold of your music. When is your next concert?
This is a big question because in Italy, normally I do 70 concerts per year, a lot of concerts. So for this year also I was expecting every 2 days one concert, but everything was cancelled. So I had the concert with the dolphins, with in the sea. I hope that soon, maybe in September, October, I can do concert. But meantime, I'm doing online courses and online concerts. So linking to my website, you can find some music that you can hear by CDs. If you buy the CD, you can find also the watercolors of my mother's, but you can listen also on Spotify, on other platforms, so liquid platform. Of course, the quality is a bit reduced, less frequencies, but um, I'm doing a lot of job online. So here from my tavern, this is my tavern. This installation with microphone and I do some Zoom meetings with the 40 people. We can interact, create such small organism to interact together, nurses, teachers, uh, people that doctors that works in a different um, way, professions, and we can interact to find the best way to to live in this time because I really like normally to do live concerts. Normally I put people under my piano also. They can listen from under. But now is not the time, so maybe at the end of the year we start again. And I hope to have a concert also in Greece, maybe one day.
Keep me informed when you come to Greece. I would really like to listen to you. And everything that you want that we link below the video, just tell us, send it to us. It's really great what you're doing, and I would really like to promote that.
Thank you, Marianne. I'm really pleased to have met you as another self, and you and the Moses and your family and your also your husband. I saw about the or not the man that you do together the convention. I saw
Oh,
that.
he is
No,
living in Australia.
okay. So it's not.
Not my husband, it's a colleague.
Okay, sorry for that.
No, it's, no. But maybe it would be a good idea.
Good, good. Also in Australia, someone listened to my music, I saw. Yeah.
Yes, he did listen. And maybe we can do some matinee one time when you have time with some of the very nice Australian musicians. I'm thinking of Christine Morrison, who is channeling music too.
Good, we can meet together. Yes, I like to integrate my music to other people. Sometimes to dancer, to pictures or people that works in a different way, singer or other musicians.
Yeah.
Of course, we can do something good together.
Let's unite as artists and do something healthy for this world. I still think we have a chance to turn it to a real good point. It doesn't need to go down the track of totalitarianism or mass vaccination. We can do it a total different way. We can go for peace. We can unite. We can go back to an equilibrium with nature.
Yeah, beautiful. Of course, this is our garden, so we have to take care of our garden and our body and to listen to what is the best way to do. Also, collaboration, I think, is one of the best. So, feminine energy that is not like from ladies, but also from in men. So, feminine energy is different from industrial energy that is man and power, the best, the second, the third. But everyone is like our body. So, our cells are different each other, but skin cells are not most important than blood cells or bone cells. Together, so the dancer, the organizer, the parent, everyone has a role, and the integration is important. Collaboration, I think, can be.
I think it's all about cooperation and collaboration and going to a flat society. Skip the hierarchical thing. It did no good in reality. And we should go to an equal level and just collaborate, cooperate, and do the best, and each one at the right position. Just as you did take your position as an artist now. That always was meant for you to be.
Yeah.
I started as a veterinarian doctor. Though as a child, I knew I was an artist. Same fate. Amazing. I did my circle as a veterinarian doctor and a homeopath. Did do homeopathic treatment for animals. And then I had a heart attack, aged 35. Then I stopped everything, went to meditation, and tried to find my path in life. And now, many circles after, I'm coming back to that I'm an artist in the sense of social sculpturing.
Beautiful. To find the expression of our talent that is not so, because sometimes I think that our culture has some definitions of roles. So you cannot be vet and homeopathic, and so you cannot be biologist and musician. So please choose what you are. And but if we can think out of the box, a bit out of the box, we can also reach what is really our talent, and this is beautiful also. So sometimes, like for you, heart attacks, the illness can help us to find the right way to express ourselves. So good to think about that. Yeah. I really hope to meet you in person sometimes.
Yes, we will do that. We will do that. Thank you very much for the interview. We will meet in person and we will meet on a matinee.
Thank you, Marianne and Moses. Have a nice day and see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.